When preparing to bug in during a disaster or an SHTF scenario, most people think about stockpiling the food, the water, and the supplies. But what about the less obvious risks that no one talks about? Here are some crucial things to consider that are rarely mentioned, yet could make all the difference in your safety during a long-term bug-in situation. Sewer backup prevention. One of the hidden dangers of a long-term power outage is the potential for lift stations to stop working, which can eventually lead to massive sewage backup in your home. Most people don't realize that this can happen until it's too late. A simple but effective solution is an inflatable plug that you can insert into all of your sewer lines to prevent sewage from flowing back into your house. These plugs are easy to install and they could save you from a catastrophic mess. Setting up indoor gardens. In a long-term bug-in scenario, food supplies are going to dwindle, and outdoor gardening may not be an option because maybe the weather or security concerns. Setting up an indoor garden using hydroponics, aquaponics, or even simple container gardening can ensure a continuous food supply. Indoor gardens can be camouflaged. Put them in storage rooms, basements, or even closets. And with proper lighting, preferably solar-powered or battery-operated, you can grow fresh vegetables and herbs year-round without anyone knowing. Stealth solar panels. If the power goes out and you need to run essential devices, you may want to set up a solar panel system without drawing attention to yourself. This can be tricky, yes, but with some creativity, you can hide small solar panels on a roof behind a chimney, in an attic window, or even camouflaged with fake bushes or trees. Use low-profile wiring that runs discreetly into your home to charge batteries for critical items like lights, radios, or even small appliances. Being able to generate power without alerting others to your setup is a valuable skill during a long-term bug-in. Ventilation during winter power outages. A lot of people stockpile wood and other fuel for heat, but they forget about the importance of ventilation if they're going to use these alternative heat sources. Without proper ventilation, the risk of carbon monoxide poisoning becomes significant, especially in winter when windows and doors are sealed tight. Consider installing a carbon monoxide detector with a long-lasting battery to alert you to dangerous levels. And be aware of the need for airflow in any room where you're burning fuel, even if it means cracking a window. Insect invasions. Long-term bugging in can attract unwanted guests in the form of insects, especially if food and waste aren't being managed properly. Few people think about the fact that pests like ants, roaches, and rodents can become a huge problem during extended stay-ins. Stockpile effective pest control solution like traps, diatomaceous earth, and essential oils like peppermint to keep them at bay. A sealed, airtight trash storage system can also prevent infestations before they start. Silent but deadly mold growth. Mold is a sneaky enemy that thrives in humid, closed environments. Bugging in for an extended period can create the perfect conditions for mold growth, especially in areas where ventilation is limited. So it's essential to check for leaks, condensation, or any signs of dampness before you hunker down. Dehumidifiers, mold-killing sprays, and regular air circulation, even just by opening windows a little bit occasionally, can help prevent a mold problem from turning your home into a health hazard. Cooking indoors without detection. Deactivating your smoke alarms while cooking indoors during a bug-in situation is a no-brainer, but you also need to be cautious about smoke and smells escaping your home. Use fans and filters to direct smoke through homemade ventilation systems like window boxes with carbon filters to reduce the likelihood of anyone outside noticing. If you're cooking over a stove, make sure to keep it as low profile as possible and consider only cooking during the day when smells are less likely to travel as far. Noise discipline. In some bug-in situations, staying unnoticed may be a priority, whether it's to avoid attracting attention from looters or just to maintain a low profile. But many people don't think about noise within their own homes. Sounds like running a generator, hammering, or even loud conversation or kids can carry farther than you might expect. Consider soundproofing windows, use rugs to muffle footsteps, and keeping noise levels low, especially at night. Water recycling. In a prolonged bug-in scenario, water supplies are going to become scarce, and traditional water sources could be compromised or gone. Setting up a gray water recycling system can extend your water usage significantly. Collecting water from sinks, showers, and even laundry for non-potable uses like toilet flushing or garden irrigation can help stretch your resources. And using natural filters like the sand and gravel can further purify gray water for limited reuse. Stealth lighting. If you're using alternative lighting sources like solar-powered lamps or candles, keep in mind that light can attract unwanted attention. Blackout curtains, blankets over windows, or even creating small shielded light boxes can help contain the light and keep your home from looking occupied. Keeping lights low to the ground and using dimmer indirect lighting can also make your activities less noticeable from the outside. These are just a few of the lesser-known considerations when bugging in for the long haul. Well, yes, food, water, and security are important. Thinking outside the box and preparing for these often overlooked challenges can help ensure your home remains a safe and comfortable haven during any disaster scenario.